from our past. Sometimes I just wanna go back, try to make it all undone.
Yeah, I never get tired of looking at that vision of you lying on the bed. Oh, well, anyway.
And I was not drunk.
You're
Let's make
Ilana.
that clear. And you're Shaun.
And together we are the Downunder Cruisers. Welcome aboard, folks.
Welcome aboard.
How are we today? First in the block, Tammy Chaudhry. Welcome aboard, Tammy. Nice to
Hi,
have you
Tammy.
on board. Just listening tonight. Thank you for listening
At
anyway.
least someone's listening.
Yeah, it's about time somebody listened.
Yeah, well, it's not you.
Thank you very much.
By the way,
Yes.
happy anniversary, huh?
Oh, by the way, I've got a message for you. Goes like this.
What? Oh,
I think I'm going to leave that there for
that's
a while.
beautiful. Thank you, hon. You know I'm not into sloppiness,
Yeah, but I am.
but I know you are.
Hey, Najuma, how you going? How you going? I've just
Hello,
had this
Najuma.
lovely message up here
Oh.
because it's, well, that picture of Ilana lying on the bed happened on our wedding. Well, it was kind of like our honeymoon.
Yes, it was our pre-wedding honeymoon.
That's
yes,
correct.
That's right. And we had a busy day. I was not drunk because
You-
I don't drink.
No, you weren't. You weren't. You were
Anymore.
just you. You don't drink any less either.
No, we had a full-on day in New Zealand.
We
one of our
did.
stops, and it was pretty exhausting. I just
You
sort
just
of
collapsed.
pretty much just fell on the bed.
Look who's here. Look who's here. We've got to say hello. Najuma. Hi, Najuma. Welcome aboard. And then, of course, g'day, buddy. How you going? Thank you very much for the wishes and especially the Facebook message you
Yes,
put on. That
thank
was
you.
awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And 1303. How are you, John?
It is 1303.
And thank you for the
Thank
anniversary
you.
wishes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now I've got in my hair the edible flowers from our wedding cake.
Am I supposed to eat it?
You might want to have a nibble
What, of the cake?
later.
Um,
We've got the last two pieces, so we're going to eat them tonight. They're surprisingly still fresh
Are they?
because wedding cake, if you keep it in the freezer, lasts
Forever?
like for years. So
Hey.
it's 5 years now. So
Hey, look what John's saying. John is saying that he loves the thumbnail, or should I say fingernails.
yes,
Yep,
okay.
that's right. That's it.
Oh, I should be pointing that way.
It took me ages to figure them out.
But that is.
Yeah.
Did you have to draw on your own also?
I
were
did.
You, were you doing this to me actually? Was that what you were thinking while you were doing it? Sorry,
Yeah,
am I
but
not-
they're close together, so that kind of.
Oh, there you were
yeah,
saying
yeah,
peace,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Okay, not
Because I knew that you threatened this.
flipping the bird at me.
No. Why would? First of all, no. And more importantly, why would I want to do those sort of things to you when I know that you've got the pillow in your hand?
Yes, correct. Be careful.
Jonathan is saying g'day to Najuma, but first of all, I wanted to say g'day to Jonathan
G'day,
and
Jonathan
welcome
Short.
aboard. Nice to have you on board. Who else have we got here? Jonathan saying hello to a few people. And of course, we've got Najuma saying g'day to some people as well.
Yes.
Um,
Nice to everybody.
oh, look who's here.
hello.
TJ, welcome
Hi,
aboard.
TJ.
TJ, nice to have you on board.
Good to see you.
And here's a new face.
Fantastic.
Fantastic Studios. Welcome aboard, Matt and Kimbra. Thank you very much for coming on board.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Maybe we can get a little bit of a chat with you later on, if
We'd
that's at all
love that
possible.
at
We'd
some
love that. That would
stage,
be
really.
awesome.
We'll
Yep.
talk privately to you
Yes,
first.
yes. So, tell me.
Yes.
So it's been 5 years.
Are you
What-
going to put me on the spot now? And ask
Always,
me a
as
question?
usual.
Please don't.
Well, you know me better than that. So the question I was going to ask you was,
Yes.
what was the worst time of that 5 years with me?
Hmm.
All right, besides this
No.
morning.
No, seriously, there's not been a worse time at all. No, and I mean that.
Well, thank you for that.
Don't ask me about the best time.
No, I'll get to that
No,
later.
it's all been wonderful. It's all been fantastic.
You just saying that.
No, I am just saying that. No. I would not make a public declaration of anything else but the truth.
Oh, okay. Okay, how true. And
I don't want to embarrass you by saying to everybody that you are the kindest, sweetest, true, gentle man in every sense of the word, caring, family loving, amazing, amazing family. You adore them, they adore you. And the way that my dad loves you and the way you treat my dad is beautiful.
that is a nice man.
He's a sweetie.
I do have one regret,
I know.
and that is not being able to meet your mom.
Yeah, I know.
But
He
that's
didn't quite make it. But
No.
anyway.
G'day, Kimbra.
Anyway.
Going Green, thank you for the raid. Awesome, nice to have you on board. Let's see who else there is.
We're wearing clothes this time.
You're wearing clothes this time? Okay. So
we can't see you.
yeah, okay. So
We'll have to take your word for it.
yeah, I know. But you know what? I might just try something here for a minute. Let me see if I can do this.
How are you doing?
Oh, you'll see in a minute. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Well, actually,
all right. Well, you do that, and in the meantime, I will continue.
No.
John, is that the first time she's lied? I'm like, will I lie and tell you? Never. I think white lies are allowable. If I'm allowed to say that.
white lies.
A little white lie.
Yeah,
every now
white
and then.
ones.
More lies of omission, probably,
Are
than
we,
anything
are we
else.
being
but,
are we being racist now? Why are we picking on the color white for a lie?
Let's not get started in that. Clothes are overrated, says Going Green. Indeed.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've just pinned in the chat the link for anybody who wants to come up. And Matt and Kimbra would love to have you guys on board. If you would be so kind as to pop up, that would be awesome.
Can also join us as well.
Can we leave?
Thank you for yes, I can't talk myself. Thank you everybody for your anniversary wishes. That's too kind. April is full of celebrations for us.
It is.
Shaun's got a big 0 birthday coming up in 2 weeks.
Yep.
And I've got a big one +1.
Is that Megan? Is that Megan? Megan, yep, clothes are overrated, so let's have a look at you without them on. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. Well, look who's come up on board.
Be respectful.
We have requested.
Wow.
G'day, folks. How you
This is what
going?
you look like.
Good. How are you guys?
We're doing very well, thank you. What about yourselves?
This is too loud.
Not too bad. Well, I'm told that I got this too loud for.
It just sounds loud. I don't know if it's. I just don't want it to go back and forth. Okay.
No, we should be okay, I think.
Okay.
Good.
So Matt and Kimbra, let me formally introduce ourselves to you.
Yes.
Let me formally introduce ourselves. This is Ilana, and I'm Shaun, and we are the Downunder Cruisers, and we have been listening to your podcasts ad infinitum.
And then we love them. We find them really interesting and educational. And
but then we had this guy called Dave Burgess come on board.
Someone you might know.
And what a character! He's the only guy I know that lives inside his microwave.
You got to watch out for that one.
Yep,
we've discovered that.
We have. now, just for a moment, I've got another guy coming up on board here. This is a guy called Larry from Plum Travelers. G'day, Larry. Bring up your camera. We can hear you, but we can't see anything else. You better pedal a bit faster with your camera, mate.
What's wrong?
Have you fed your hamsters? They're not pedaling fast enough.
We can't see your picture.
You can't see my picture? Okay, give me 1 sec. I'm at a hotel with my family here, but I wanted to come live and I wanted to make sure. So I'm going to go on their Wi-Fi instead of on my data. So that's probably why.
Okay, no worries. We'll take you out for the moment and then bring you back
later. Yeah, and I'll come right back. Okay.
His camera might be working. He might just be in a dark room.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, that I like that one.
Can I just acknowledge a few people in the chat in the meantime?
Yeah.
We've got a few more greetings.
Yep.
Some people who have not been here before. Ilana K is in today. Another Ilana. Thank you, Lani, for your anniversary wishes. Thank you so much. Tommy Dodson. G'day. Yes, you're upovers, correct. We're down unders, you're upovers. Facebook user, happy anniversary. We're at Bunnings with Wendy. I know who that is. Hi, Fish. It has to be.
We've got Us and More up there now. Matt and Kimber, this is Dwight and Heather from Us and More.
Hello.
They're in the same neck of the woods as you guys. You guys are in Tampa, right?
We are. Yeah.
Oh, we're only 2 hours from Tampa and Fort Myers.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
I love Fort Myers area, Sanibel Island, and all that.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
love
Sanibel's my
Sanibel.
favorite.
Well, we're camping right now. We're outside Daytona Beach, but we're heading back on Sunday.
Okay.
So Matt and Kimber, I don't know if you guys know, but we in as in Us and More, Spark of Crazy Travels, and ourselves are hosting a cruise going out of Miami in October of 2022, doing the South Caribbean. We are going to be spending a bit of time in Tampa. So what did I say wrong?
Caribbean?
You
No,
said
No,
Caribbean.
Caribbean.
No, we
Get
say
it right.
No, it's Caribbean.
And listen, Heather, let me just say, if you continue to treat me the way you treated me on your live, I'll just be putting you in timeout.
You would put me in timeout?
Yes.
Yep, I would put you in timeout. Hey, Larry, that camera's still a bit dead. You must be in a really dark room.
There we
Oh, no,
go.
there you are.
Hey,
You've just come
Larry.
up.
No, because I actually forgot to turn off the data. So now I'm on
that's
Wi-Fi now.
That's what it is.
Now, Larry's
Hey,
up in Canada. Where are you at the
Really?
moment, Larry?
I'm in, I guess it's called Langley, British Columbia, which is roughly, how long do you think it's out of Vancouver? An hour outside of Vancouver.
Uh-huh.
Now, hang on 2 seconds. Matt and Kimber, I don't know if you know this guy.
Oh no!
Oh, who it is? Is that Dave?
Yes.
Acquainted.
Is it working okay?
It's working really well.
Gotcha.
There, he figured it out.
Sue's in the background.
Hello,
Hey.
mate, how are you?
Hey
So
Sue,
good yourself, buddy.
we can see
Dave,
Sue
did
back
you buy
there.
a new microwave?
So,
Yeah. That's it.
No, he just got the dial fixed. He got the dial
Oh,
fixed.
you get the
That's
big.
why it's
Oh,
working this
okay,
time.
yeah.
No, wait, Dave. Dave, did you get the wallabies pumping a lot faster on the micro?
Mate, everything works faster on the microwave.
Yeah, that's right.
Matt and Kimber did a thing with me a while ago, and it took them about 4 weeks for me to get technical to do it, but we got there.
But mate,
It was fine. It was fine.
you know, we take forever to get things done, but hey, when we Aussies get things done, boy, do we get things done.
we're
Right
further
now,
away.
whether
It's
it's the right way or the wrong way. It's done.
Well,
So, Shaun,
yes,
did I read this right? It's your anniversary.
it is.
And yes, it's and
Happy
mine too.
anniversary to you
Yeah.
both.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
Oh yeah,
Cheers.
wait. Cheers! Happy anniversary.
My
Oh, yeah,
glasses
cheers.
are up again.
I apparently lost mine.
Yeah, you can- Here.
Now I'm gonna be freaking drinking and driving now.
Good job, Larry.
Good job, Larry. Well done. I'll give you 10 points
Way to
for
be an
Christmas.
inspiration.
Oh look! Oh,
There
Dave,
you go.
Dave,
what are you drinking, Dave?
The proper
Dave, can't you drink something decent?
What
You have to
do
lower-
you got, Dave?
He's got
Wait,
VB, which is Victorian bitter. It's, I
Oh,
mean,
Victorian bitter.
yeah,
Oh,
now
that sounds scary to drink.
man. The next worst drink is Foster's.
No, Foster's is above this.
Well, that's true. It is. It is just.
Uh,
Give me a
That must be
James
like
Boat.
our-
any
Is that
day.
like from like the alligator swamp or? Oh no, wait,
Close,
you guys are
close.
crocodiles.
The crocodile.
Yeah, they have crocs. We got
Heather and
the-
Dwight has the alligator swamp. You guys have
Hold
a
on.
crocodile swamp.
That must be like our Milwaukee's best, which we call Milwaukee's worst.
Probably,
And what's the
is,
worst
mate,
one here,
is.
Corey? With the beer. We're talking about beer. Lucky?
What was that?
Real? Okay, so my nephew's saying the worst one here is Lucky beer.
Lucky beer? Yeah, you'd have to be lucky to stay alive after drinking it.
They didn't say what
And
kind
yeah,
of
he's agreeing.
VBs are very bad.
Yeah, that's right. G'day, Dewey. Nice to see you
Hey,
on board,
Dewey.
mate. Thank you
Hey,
for
Dewey.
joining us. if you feel up to it, Dewey, up in the top, there's the link. Click on the link. Come and join us. We're having a party here. I don't know why. It's some sort of anniversary going on, but hey, come and join us.
Happy anniversary!
Why? Thank
Happy
you.
anniversary.
Thank you.
So this is my sister Dawn and her son
G'day,
Corey.
Dawn.
Hi guys.
Hey, Corey, how you going? Where's Ananda?
Ananda, she's actually with my mother-in-law at her house, which is about a 20-minute drive from here.
Any excuse will do. Any
Well, I
excuse.
had to come visit my family. What's that?
She just does not like coming on the chat with us.
He left her home.
Yeah, really. I'm out by myself, Shaun. She's in the dog. No. Actually, she's literally in a doghouse. My mother-in-law has 2 Dobermans, so yeah, she's literally in the doghouse.
Really? Hey, Matt. Tell us a little bit about the Tampa Aquarium.
What kind of dogies?
It's called the Florida Aquarium, but it is in downtown Tampa. It was built in 1995. We were supposed to have a spectacular 25th anniversary year. That didn't go so well. But we have been open since Mother's Day of 2020. So
Actually, Thursday was the 26th birthday.
yeah, so now we're 26, so now it doesn't matter anymore. But but yeah, if you guys are in Tampa, it's a fun aquarium. Dave's been there. He can tell you.
I would just like to say it's right across the street from the cruise port of Tampa.
Yeah.
So
It's like next to it.
So when cruise ships were there, way back when cruise ships used to sail, we would drive to work, and we are literally in between Terminal 2 and 3?
Yeah.
So it was not an unusual experience for us to pull into work, and there's a big cruise ship right there. Some days, 3 cruise ships. And when we went on our cruise, we went on right before all this shut down, was a Brilliance of the Seas, which Dave's been on, and we actually parked in our work parking lot. It was closer than the cruise parking to the cruise ship, and it was.
Give me a second, Matt.
Wow.
There is somebody here who's in the green room who I really want to bring up because this person is the most incredible follower that I've ever seen.
Uh-oh.
Welcome to Juma.
Oh, there she is.
There is a face to that.
Hi,
guys. There's our girl.
Hello. Lovely to see you finally.
I don't know, Matt and Kimber, if you ever have the opportunity, but this lady over here has got to be one of the world's greatest followers. She doesn't run her own channel. She just follows every single channel that's on board.
And not only does she follow, but she participates in everybody's chats.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I just noticed Najuma put something up on, was it Instagram or Facebook, on her story. She did a story that's just like, what?
Well, we're gonna have to.
What's that all about, Najuma?
One of my grandsons turned 13 today, so I was hanging out with him at IHOP.
Awesome.
Nice.
Happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday to the young man. And g'day, Dewey. Welcome aboard,
Dewey.
mate.
Good day.
Happy anniversary.
Hi, Dewey.
Guys.
Hi, Dewey.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, mate.
Hi, Dewey.
Better late than never.
Yeah, we can handle that. Now, there's two. Let me say, there's 2 decent accents here, and the rest of you have got to learn how to speak properly.
I wonder if I get the better lighting. Nope.
Must be talking about you and I, Larry.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey.
And it's funny, Shaun, because my nephew was over there saying, oh, gosh, that guy didn't sound like he's from Australia. And he's talking about you, Matt, when you were talking.
Oh, that's funny.
So, Matt is an American, but he should be an Australian. He knows more about Australia than I do.
Yeah.
Just the wildlife. That's it.
Closest I've come to being from down under is when I've had too much to drink.
Have you guys been to Australia yet?
Not yet. I'll be there. Australians.
So my 50th birthday is coming up. It was originally, I was planning to try and come to Australia for my 50th birthday, but well, yeah, you were going too.
You
but
said you.
well, it's my birthday.
Wow.
Oh, Kimbra.
we were
Wonderful.
at
That could be-
my birthday.
That's
Yes,
true. It was
I
going to
know.
be during her
Because of
birthday.
this time of year.
But it got sidetracked. So we'll postpone that for maybe a couple years and then we'll do it though.
We've been planning
Heather.
that for
Heather.
about 2 years, haven't we?
Yeah.
Heather,
We've got the itinerary, we just
pushing
can't do
back,
it.
Push him back.
pushing back.
Can I just say we're hoping to come. We're trying to come to the aquarium. We'd love to go there.
Is
So-
Heather and Dwight out camping?
Yeah, they are.
They did go camping. Okay, because they were mentioning it the last live feed.
I was saying,
So-
if you were on our last live feed, you would have seen that.
I was on your last live feed, Heather.
Late.
So, hey,
Late, yeah.
hey, children,
Yeah.
children, back down a minute.
Oh, sorry, Dad.
I got a question for Najuma.
Uh-oh.
Of all the live streams you come on, what made you come on ours? Because you don't come on live streams.
I usually don't.
No, you don't.
We're very
So,
honoured.
so we're very. Not only are we grateful, but we're honoured.
She's coming live for me, Shaun.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
because
Larry.
of me. Okay.
I like to answer John's question. It's because Shaun is trying to be mean to me there, John. Just saying.
Oh, whoa. There was payback for that one, Dwight.
Let's all play nice.
Yeah, we are.
See, I was waiting for you, Mom, to say your 2 words in there.
Now, wait a minute. I'm busy looking at the stream right now. So we've got some more who are joining us on the cruise. We've got Plum Travelers who are joining us on the cruise. We've got Dave Burgess who will be joining us on the cruise.
And we
We've
got
got
Dewey
Dewey
joining us
who's
on the
joining us
cruise.
So that just leaves Najuma and the Fantastic Studios. So you guys coming on the cruise?
Wait, what are the port stops again? Did you say Southern
Okay, so that's a very good
Caribbean?
lead-in. That's a very good lead-in for me to do this.
There it is. There we
Hang on
go.
a second. I just got to quiet a couple of things down for a second.
While you
and-
play that, I get to talk to my sister. Oh, no, they don't. So with live, there's a delay. So when you guys talk, it doesn't go in at the moment that you're doing it, and it screws up the whole thing. That's hearing you guys. And so when I'm here, like there's a I want you to see this is the cruise that we're going on. Just so you know, you're on live camera. You guys, they can see you. Just look at the cruise.
So, guys, that's where we're headed.
So what ship is that? Is that I saw it's Carnival, but which ship is it?
It's the Horizon.
See, we're supposed to go on the Horizon. Well, we were supposed to go last October. We're supposed to go this September. Don't know if that's going to happen. But I mean, look, the ship is right. The ports are right. The people are wonderful.
It's 2 days after my birthday, so it'd basically be a birthday cruise.
Now, Dave, are you really going on that one, Dave? How
All
they
the
get
more
you on
reason.
Carnival?
Listen,
Better than that.
We're looking at having 3 back to back to back.
Sorry.
yeah, that's good. So you've just got to join us, right?
Well, we will.
All the important people are here.
Yeah.
There are several celebrations going on that cruise. So
I have a question.
Yes.
What kind of activities are going to happen in this cruise?
now, if you
Well,
were here
wait a
last
minute.
week,
Wait a
now-
minute. Wait a minute. We have and then there's
Nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
But what about
No.
John, I need John's help. John, help me out here, John. Is he
Sorry,
here?
Larry.
Is he still here?
yeah, he's here somewhere.
Now we need to work on the Juma.
yes, Najuma.
Well, Najima will
I
join us.
I just wanted to answer Going Green Mom's question, saying
Yep.
what streaming service do you use for our live shows? It's StreamYard. Very easy to use, very user friendly.
We've lost Najima.
Where did Najima go?
Najuma, come back. We're
She's
not
not
really
even in the green room.
It's gone into cyberspace. Come
Not even in the green room.
back.
So, Matt and Kimbra, what do you reckon?
I think we'll give it some serious consideration because everything about that sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Because what I'd really like to do is go and give you guys a hug because it's about time we actually met people face to face and not
Right?
not like this, you know. Like
Speaking of that, this is my first time meeting them. I do follow your channel, by the way, Matt.
Oh,
And
thank you.
what's your name? Kimber?
It's Kimbra.
Kimbra?
Yes.
Okay. Nice to meet you, by the way. I'm Larry from Plum Travelers. From Canada.
Yes.
So we've got
I like Canada.
we've got two Aussies, a Kanak, two Floridians, and where are you, Huey?
I'm Illinois.
In Illinois. There we go. So that's good. We've got a good mix. And then
So
we've got
Matt
some.
and Kimber, you guys are from Florida, like Tampa. Heather and Dwight, aren't you guys in Tampa as well?
Not in Tampa. We're in Fort Myers, but we're like 2.5 hours away.
Oh,
I might
I thought you
soon
were
be in
Tampa.
Florida. I just
So
saw
we're having a
realtor
trip in
today.
Daytona Beach.
I have a hotel booked in Florida already.
Oh,
Shaun?
do you know? Do you know?
Houses
Do you
are
know?
going so well in our neighborhood. I decided to meet with a realtor, and if he can get me enough money for my house, I'm moving to Florida.
No way.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Going Green Mom, for the free version, you can have up to 6 people. For the paid version, you can have up to 10 people at one time.
That's correct. And also by having the paid version, you also have the opportunity to change a few things backwards and forwards. Oh, there
Yes.
she is. There she is.
And I think
Oh, Najima, I was starting to
There
help
she
with
is.
questions. Where did you go?
I don't know.
You were in cyberspace for a while.
I wasn't sure.
Funny thing about technology, it can make you do funny things, can't it?
It
Yeah.
can. So Matt and Kimber, what are you doing on your next? When is your next vlog or podcast or live stream? What's going on?
So we actually tried something new right before we jumped over here. So we normally record our podcast on Friday or Saturday, and then it goes out on Sunday mornings. We've been doing the YouTube version of it because we found out we had some folks that didn't really listen to the podcast, but they wanted to watch it. So that's been pretty good. So tonight, at like 15 minutes before we started it, we decided we'd do a live YouTube recording of the podcast. So we did that, and then that ended right at 10, and then we jumped over here. So it'll be available. It was available live, but we pulled it down. It'll be back available on Sunday morning with the regular audio podcast.
Oh, well, that's
As
awesome.
far as regular vlogs, we got a few scuba dives in the pipe that we need to edit, but
4.
that's no cruising or anything like that.
Oh, you're talking about you guys are scuba divers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
Hang
just
on,
looked into
hang on.
doing my PADI certification here.
Hang on. I've got to talk to somebody first.
Hang on.
Hello, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, my effing Mill, and by effing I mean favourite. She knows.
I can't wait for her to put Shaun in his place.
I love
Mom,
diving.
She tried.
you got to put Shaun in his place.
She tried.
Debbie is
Don't
going.
worry. she
That
does.
can't be an easy chore.
Yeah, it never is. So the podcast is actually put to bed right now. It's keeping warm for tomorrow.
Well, for our Sunday, I guess it's your Monday.
Yep.
Yeah.
I still can't understand why
Hold on.
anybody would not want to
Tomorrow's
watch
Saturday. Let's not rush the weekend.
They're ahead already.
Hey, Dwight, how many times have I told you guys are behind?
No, not 24.
When you're retired, it don't matter what day it is anymore.
I'm with you there, Jerry.
True. We'd love to
Are
be at
you
that
going to do that
stage.
every week, Matt?
One day, Dewey, I'll be there.
Sometimes I forget to do the right things on the right days because I don't know what day it is anymore.
Megan from Going Green Mom says, used to listen to the podcasts back when she worked a desk job.
Yeah, I think
I
the
used
audio
to-
format isn't the right format for everybody. Some people would rather do the YouTube show.
Uh-oh. Now I'm getting in trouble. Sorry.
Yes, Larry. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not saying a word.
Are you going to do that
Sorry,
every
Mom.
week, Matt?
I listen to a lot of podcasts in my programming day, and people can never understand how I could listen to those and concentrate on the programming at the same time. And it's like, I can multitask. That's why I'm a programmer.
Actually, podcasts are good for listening in the car when you're doing a lot of
Yeah.
driving.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
the
Yep.
Somebody else talking there.
Kind of like live audio.
Yeah,
That's it.
Najuma, have you got a radio on?
Someone's chatting about someone's background.
That's Shane, Matt. Are you going to do it
Not
every
very
week?
much. Just if you're
What
going
was
to,
that,
like, not much.
Are you going to do that show that you did today? Are you going to do it every week?
Oh, we're thinking about it. Well, it was fun to do it live, and it kind of takes some of the editing out of it. So, I don't know if we'll do it every week. We'll have to talk about it, but we'll probably do it again. We're definitely going to keep doing the videos for a while with the podcast, and I mean, it seemed like it went pretty well. So I don't want to make any promises, but I think there's a good chance. We're going to try and look into StreamYard and some other services because we just did it off general YouTube, and we got to upgrade our lighting and stuff like that. But I think we might.
Yeah. Well, it was midday here. It was midday.
Oh, he
so
muted me, so
it's
he can probably
perfect.
hear you
got
guys.
you, then you got Shaun and Ilana. I don't have
There
to
you
go
go.
anywhere Saturday.
You just need to look at
They can hear you talking.
YouTube as a podcast with a smile. So
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Well,
In
you
a
know
little
what?
bit- In
The
a little
best
bit, I'm
part
going to
about-
go help him let the dogs out.
Okay.
Who let the dogs out?
Woof, woof.
You let the dog know.
You know what?
No.
Listening to having Dave on board has got to be the most
Sorry, Dave, that was
incredible
just-
thing
I'll
because
ring up.
we never know whether the signal is coming from the microwave or the toaster or the steak griddle or whatever, but at least something gets polished clean.
What do you bring in on the cruise, Dave? Your microwave or your toaster?
My hair curler.
He's gonna bring the hair curler. Nice.
Mate, I definitely need the hair curler.
Yeah, you and me
Maybe
both.
I'll have to try.
Looks like a bowling alley.
I got to keep this on for the glare.
Are you calling me the Skittle?
it's just a solar panel for a sex machine. So
Shut up. I'm getting into trouble here.
Don't give him
Yeah,
ideas.
John's
Really.
mom's there. Got to be careful.
Oh, listen,
Little years over
if you knew
here.
my mom, Larry, she'd be the first one to join in. Nurse Nancy, welcome
Hey,
aboard.
Nancy.
It's been ages since we've seen you.
Lay down.
Hi, Nancy.
Lay down, baby.
So the podcast is coming out tomorrow, our time. Tomorrow your time, which is Sunday.
Well,
Our Monday.
Sunday our time. So
It's Friday night right now.
it's Friday night here. So yeah, not tomorrow morning our
Friday
time, but the next morning.
I forgot what day
So-
this is.
Give us a bit of a hint. What's it all about?
So we watched the documentary on HBO called The
Hi,
Last
Nurse
Cruise,
Nancy.
that talks about the Diamond Princess, and we kind of give you our take on that documentary, and then we cover a very interesting cruise creature called the blobfish. So it was a fun one.
You should do the cone shell.
Oh, we should. Yes, that could be a public service announcement too if you're cruising in
Absolutely.
those areas.
The cone shell or the blue ringed octopus might be one, but rather let's go with the cone shell for starters.
We did an episode early on about dangerous sea creatures, and I think we covered the cone shell and those, and definitely the blue ring octopus, as well as like sea snakes and all the stuff. But we will probably revisit that as the actual main cruise creature at some point.
Can I ask, are you marine biologists?
No, I just play one on TV. My degree is in education. My degree is in education, but my background is working in zoos and aquariums. So that's kind of my history is with biology stuff. But yeah, and that's what I do at the Florida Aquarium. Is I'm a teacher there. So any of our formal classes that we do for kids or adults, that's like my thing that I do. I write curriculum and teach those classes.
That sounds so cool.
What does Kimbra do?
I book everything he teaches. So I sit at a desk and talk on the phone to all the teachers that.
Now
you're very important.
But she could teach some of those classes herself.
Matt, have you ever been to the Vancouver Aquarium in Vancouver, Canada?
I have never been to Canada. I would like to rectify that, but I have not.
My wife and I used to have an annual membership to the aquarium, and I loved it. Like we lived maybe 10, 15 minutes away from the aquarium, go in there every day. Like it was $50 a year for a pass, a yearly pass. It's like, and that's Canadian. So
yeah,
roughly $38-40 for you guys. Like I love the aquarium. It's magical. And that's why I keep telling these guys I want to swim with some sharks.
It's fun. Yes.
You got a compliment there, Matt.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nurse Nancy.
Thank you, Nancy. I have had the pleasure of meeting Nurse Nancy, and she is a wonderful, sweet lady.
She is amazing.
She's the only nurse. She's the only nurse I know that can fall into some water in a water pot and say, "Oh, I just scratched myself."
Yeah. I want to ask Najuma something while we've got you there. Najuma, if you don't mind, tell me, how did you get involved with following everybody in the travel community?
I think 2, maybe 3 years ago, I was actually supposed to go on the Sunrise when she came out of refurbish. So I started following Sharon at Sea.
Yeah.
And then I think I followed her for a year, and then I started following the ship show. And then somewhere in there, Blaine started the cruisathons.
Oh, bloody Blaine
Started
again.
following Blaine, and I think everybody after that, I kind of picked up after I started following Blaine.
Right.
Those cruises
So
on the story for life.
Sharon at Sea.
Yeah. Like most people, I think.
It kind of.
Dave, what did you do,
And
mate?
that's how
Why
it
did
started.
you go?
It's like the Brady Bunch.
It's all Larry's fault, though.
I had a feeling you were going to say something like that, Najuma.
Yeah, Larry is totally responsible for.
Larry's a troublemaker. I'm just saying.
Yes.
I'm not one to gossip, but Larry's a troublemaker. I'm just saying.
I was waiting for that, Najuma. You made my night. Thank you. Yeah. I'm the troublemaker of the bunch.
With all of us innocent people around.
Can we just welcome Darian? Hi, Darian.
Hi, Darian.
I thought I was going to have to put him in timeout last week, but.
And g'day, Dancer Quest. Welcome on board.
Oh, there she is. She
Julie
lives in
is
Florida
saying
as well, doesn't she?
Say again.
I'm trying to remember her name because I don't like saying the names of the channels. Debbie? Is it Debbie? No. What's her real name? Cancer Quest.
I have no idea.
I don't know, to be honest.
Oh, anyway, she lives in Florida, I think, as well, or something. I watched some live feeds she had at the beach one time. What's this? Jen and Telos. I blame Larry for it.
Someone's got to.
I'm just saying. I didn't say a word, Larry.
Yes, it's Deb Dancer, says Nancy. Thank you, Nancy.
Yes, it is Deb. See, it is Debbie. That's right. Yeah, I think she lives in Florida or Carolinas or something, like it's the ocean. I remember watching some live feeds she had on the oceans.
I'll tell you what, there is a great depth of video that has come from everyone. Dave, I would say the stuff you say about your cruising trips are awesome, but I don't think you've actually put it into a channel as yet. You haven't put out any videos, but everybody else who has a video out there of something about their travels, it's absolutely amazing. The stuff we learn is just phenomenal.
You know, it's funny because you get so used to watching real people videos, and then when, like, the cruise I'm coming up on here, the only thing I've been able to find is the marketing stuff that's put out there by the company itself. And it's like I really wanted to see the real people opinion of what it was like. So I'll just have to wait and experience it and do one myself, I guess. But it's so rare to find a ship or an event or something where there isn't something about YouTube on it.
Yeah. I mean, the things that we learn from all these trips, it's just, I don't know. I mean, we're locked in a little chamber here, really. But when we actually look at you guys traveling to, say, Mexico on a break, or Matt and Kimberly, you guys out on your at the aquarium there, and you start talking about the various animals, or Dewey, you having more cancelled cruises than you've actually been on. I mean, that's just like, it's just so interesting that we can actually look at the world from a tiny little box and be involved.
That's the same thing going on for us too,
Sean. Many of us have become to each other, and just because of these little boxes and stuff, and so many people we've never even met in person yet, and thank goodness when we do, we're never disappointed. But it just makes it all that much more exciting to look forward to.
Yeah,
and this is one positive thing that's come out of the past 12 months while we've been stuck at home. For many people, this has been a project that began because we were stuck at home.
Yeah.
Strangely enough, talking about travel, but being unable to travel.
Yeah.
But at least just sharing the experiences that we've had, or learning from other people, and now meeting everybody.
We just get more restrictions put onto us for I think till April. No indoor eating at restaurants, but you can have takeout and delivery. But
really?
It's always it's still essential travel only, but it's not a law. Like I've traveled from Powell River to Vancouver, so. But I have no contact with any humans other than the guy at the ticket booth in Powell River that says, "Where are you going?" And I show him a card, and I have an experience card. I tap it onto the machine, and that's it. That's the only human experience I have from my house to my mother-in-law's in Powell River, or in Maple Ridge, and then my sisters and my family here.
Well, have you had more cases?
We touch everything.
Yeah, we touch everything. Now the cases, we're at about, like, we just had 1,000 a couple days ago, which is the record-breaking 1,000 cases with maybe, I think it was 3 deaths the other day.
Yeah,
I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday. There was 0 deaths, but like 700 or 800 cases, right? New cases, yeah.
The city of Brisbane here shut down a week ago because we've got 19 cases.
Did you guys get new like lockdown?
Queensland did.
Brisbane did.
Yeah, I heard of Queensland, but I was just wondering if you guys did.
No.
No, we're zero cases.
Zero. Oh, still have zero. Okay, good.
You wouldn't know the difference in Queensland, Larry. They think it's 1970 up there. They're that far behind.
Whereabouts are you, Dave?
It is. It's like being on another planet sometimes up there.
Yeah. Where are you at, Dave?
I'm in New South Wales. I'm about an hour.
New South Wales. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Has the water receded yet, Dave?
Oh yeah. The floods are gone. The floods are gone now. It's been good. I was just thinking when you're talking about travel, but when we started, we always thought it was too hard to go overseas.
Oh, food's here.
But it's the easiest thing in the world to do. Unbelievable. And it's funny when I met Matt. I haven't met Kimber yet, but I met Matt, and to think I was conversing with Matt, and then to jump off a ship in Tampa, and there's Matt standing there. It's just unbelievable.
Dave, you've already met cruisers already?
I've even seen a ship once. It's not a myth. They do.
Oh wow. Interesting.
I
love your part of the world, Larry. It's awesome.
Yeah. I can't wait to get over to see you guys over that way, man. And we're already talking about it.
That's all right. We'll have a shark waiting for you, Larry.
Right on. Do you get any black tips over there?
Black tips, nothing. It's the real bull thing.
Oh, you get bull sharks over there as well?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you get bull sharks over there. That's good. I'll take on like where we went and got married in Mexico. They had bull sharks down there. I was willing to go there, but I'm not certified diver yet, so I can't dive with them yet.
Hurry up and get certified.
Yeah.
I want to tell Matt and Kimber, sorry, just indulging for a minute. I'm a recently retired primary teacher, Matt. And the primary schools now, there's a program called SEA, I Care. And we become dolphin ambassadors. And we select students to go and we spend a day out swimming in our bay with the seals and the dolphins.
Oh, wow.
About protecting
Can I volunteer?
And it is brilliant. I was the teacher at the school, lucky enough to be the teacher in charge of that. And oh my God, it was the best day I have ever had with our students, selected our 4 students going out into our Port Phillip Bay and swimming. But I have to be honest, all I could hear was Jaws music when I got into the water. And I was assured, and I had to pull the fellow aside, not in front of the kids, and ask, in all the time that you've been swimming here, have you ever seen a shark? And he said, no, I can assure you we've never seen one. The water in our bay is so healthy and clear and amazing.
That's awesome.
Food?
Yeah.
Shaun, Ilana, and guys, I got to go. Our food just got here. We haven't eaten all day.
Go and eat, Larry. I'd hate for you to have a hypo.
What's that?
I said, go and eat. I'd hate for you to have a hypo.
Yes. I told you about that before, Shaun. Okay, It's good seeing you guys. Have a great night. Happy anniversary, Shaun and Ilana. All the best to you guys. And Shaun, I wanted to answer you because you were saying everything's okay. We're just on a road trip, and I've been busy and stuff like that.
Good on you, mate.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Love to an end.
Good night, Najuma. Be safe. And be safe, and good to see you. Okay, good night, guys.
See you, Larry.
Bye.
You mentioned you're a primary school teacher. One thing that we've been doing with the whole coronavirus thing is doing a lot more virtual classes. So that's one of the things that I do. If you ever are interested in doing some sort of virtual program, I know the time difference would be a challenge, but I'd be willing to try and work with it if you have a class of kids that would enjoy a virtual program from the States about some sort of animal science.
That's very kind. I'm actually recently retired.
Okay.
So I work with Shaun in our business now. So no, it was enough after 20 something years. I just needed
being married to Matt, Ilana, that'd just like being still a primary school teacher.
Yes, I know. It's a bit like that. Yes, I know. I've got the naughty corner. And
G'day, Philip. How you going? It's nice to see you on board.
Hi, Philip.
Megan is saying that would be interesting. So yeah, it would be interesting. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So
You don't want to see Shaun, close your eyes.
yeah, I was leaving Philip to have his statement. What I was going to say is, so when are you guys, all of you guys, planning on coming down, Najuma?
I'll be there in December.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, we got to catch
If
up.
you guys let us.
Well, we'll let you.
We
Dave,
will.
Dave,
We don't have our government. Have you had your shots yet, Dewey?
I get my second one next week.
Dave, you had your shots?
We haven't even had our first ones yet.
Can you spell shot?
Little shot.
I can drink shots. Does that count?
That's for shot. we won't be finished here, Shaun, as you know, till next year.
No,
Yeah.
it's pathetic.
Yeah, that's it's going to be a bit of a pain. Who have we got here?
We can't get our act together with our vaccinations at the moment.
Cindy, jump in the chat. There's the link at the top. Yes, so the great virus fixer, that vaccine, they're busy deciding as to whether or not there's a whole big discussion about supply and who's giving the supply and where's it coming from and all that sort of stuff. So we're having a bit of fun.
And yet we make it here in Melbourne.
Yeah.
I
G'day,
saw
Clay.
the other day, Shaun, a lady was interviewed from a medical centre in, I think it's in Melbourne. They get 50 doses every 2 weeks.
What?
50 doses every 2 weeks. That's all they get. And they can't order more. And if she said they could use 500 a day, but they get 50, that's all they get. And she said they can't service anyone with it.
Hang on a second. Hang on a sec, Dave. Matt Kimbra, if you want to join us on the cruise, this is the lady you got to see over here.
Hang on a second. Hang on a sec, Dave.
You got us on YouTube there, Cindy.
The lady you got to see over here. Hang on a second. Hang on a sec, Dave. You got us on YouTube there, Cindy. The lady you got to see over here. Hang on a second. Hang on.
There you go.
Thank
That's
God
better.
for jeez.
Hey, Cindy.
How are you, Cindy?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good, thanks. Hey, if you look up to your top left, you'll see Matt and Kimbra from Fantastic Studios.
I know them.
Oh wait, I did the throw.
Oh,
there you go.
Down this way.
Awesome. So, Cindy, we're working on Matt and Kimbra to join us for the cruise. We got actually.
Hello,
Hi, Claymare, by the way.
Hi.
Thank you, Claymare.
Yes. Okay. So, what have we got here? We've got Megan going. Yikes! Biden wants everyone shot here by June the 1st. I think won't be getting it, but anyone 16 and up can schedule now in my state.
How did you go, Cindy, with your jab?
We just got it yesterday. My arm's really sore. Doug has no issues, but my mom got the same one. She's already had her second, she's good. On her second one, she did get the chills. She was very, very tired on her second day. She slept from like 8 to 5. And then after that, it was like nothing ever happened.
Did you guys say you had it, Matt and Kimbra?
Yeah, we got the Johnson & Johnson, the one shot, so we're done.
It was a few weeks to go.
Mm-hmm.
I had a little tenderness in my arm, but that's it. And
Matt and Kimbra's on if you want to.
I had a little bit of a headache.
That's
Hey, Doug.
Hey, Doug.
Hey, boy.
So, Matt, did they give you a certificate or something?
like a card.
Yeah. I do.
Yeah, we got it in our passports already.
Yeah, it's like a little.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have the same thing. Ours are in the car because we go back April 30th to get our second shot. So I'm just going to keep it in the car right now, and then afterwards.
Hey Matt.
Yeah.
Hey Matt, Dewey, everybody.
G'day, mate. They're only 4 weeks apart, Cindy, are they? Or?
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
we got it on April Fool's Day.
There you go.
You know what I thought was, so all these
if I
different
grow a
cruise
third
lines,
nut, I'll let you know.
yeah, all these different cruise lines that are requiring the vaccine, I can understand. But what I didn't like, the one I'm going on in just a few weeks, suddenly decided last week you have to have the vaccine in order to go cruising, and it's like that's a little short notice because there's a lot of people that may not be able to have the vaccine yet by that
It's
time.
not. And I'll be honest with you, I've already thought about it. I knew well, you see where, is it CLIA that's saying, or is it the CDC that's saying, people that are fully vaccinated, you don't have to be tested anymore, stuff like that. I mean, you still have to wear a mask,
CLIA.
but you don't have to be tested. And
Well, CDC isn't saying anything. CLIA is saying as long as you're vaccinated and everything else, because that's the world national, for you can fly to Bahamas right now in June, but this is what I don't understand. And our governor DeSantis is saying he's mad at he's actually talking about our president. You can go to Bahamas, fly over, and I think they're doing a 4 or 5 and an 8 day, then get off the ship and then fly back. Well, why shouldn't Florida be doing it? I love our governor down here in Florida. He is awesome. And I agree with him. Why can Bahamas do it and you just fly over and we can't do it here? So he has actually stepped up to things, asking the president, we need to do something. This is crazy. Honestly, it's the CDC, but Biden is actually listening to the CDC. So I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy times right now. We all know that.
Oh, yeah.
And Matt, you understand it because you live here in Florida. You can literally we could take a boat or a small ship or whatever over to Bahamas, get off, get on a cruise ship, come back, and there's nothing. So I don't understand the difference.
Yeah, they're not treating the cruise lines the same as they're treating other industries, even within the United States. We did the podcast we watched that documentary, and that was one of the takeaways I had from it. Is I think because when everything hit, like the place that the Western world saw it first was the cruise ship. I think that certain powers are afraid that it'd be a PR nightmare if they say it's okay to cruise, and then something happens. And I think that's, unfortunately, I think that's making them much more cautious with cruising, and they're not really treating it as a fair and even play.
Well, Matt, look at Clearwater Beach. We went a few weeks ago, the week before spring break, and it was insane. I've never seen it like that.
Yeah. No one wearing mask, nothing.
But I don't know. It's crazy.
But anyways, yes, we did get our first vaccine shot yesterday, only because we do want to travel. And I know that it's going to come down to, it has not been said yet, but I'm just saying, I think it's going to come down to where before you travel, you need to be fully vaccinated, and stuff like that, which I'm not saying it's going to happen, but we're going to go ahead and do it, get it done with. And if we can travel fully vaccinated, we're traveling.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's virtually implied now that in order to travel, you do have to be vaccinated. Full stop.
Well,
Now,
if you have a look,
the boss of Qantas is saying no jab, no jet.
Yep. If you have a look there, Tommy's making a comment there to say the CDC announced new guidelines for travel today. If fully
no quarantine or test needed for re-entry. Yes, that is what is happening. But yes, you do still have to wear a mask. But yes, that is what they said today.
I think it's if you fly out internationally, you don't need a test. but you may need a test depending on where you're going on their laws. And then when you come back into the United States, you do have to have a test for that.
So if you're flying,
even if you're fully vaccinated, though.
Yeah, so it's if you're flying back from an international location, you do have to be tested
Like
before
Mexico.
you come back. But
Yeah.
you don't have to be tested if you go there unless that destination requires you to be so.
So it's not really
And
that
I
much
don't
of a
think that's
change.
funny. So they're basically telling us it's okay for us to go infect anybody else. We just don't want you to bring it back with you.
Kind of,
Yeah, yeah.
And
Well,
we
you're
have
already
all the
giving us that
investments, so I
accent.
don't know.
Yeah.
You're
So,
already-
anyways, we got our first dose yesterday, and we go back April 30th to get our second shot.
So I'll let you all know if I get a third nipple or something.
You just want to suck on that
Or a
nipple,
fourth or a
don't you?
fifth.
Yeah.
Now, if Cindy gets a third nipple, that would be kind of awesome, though.
We lost Dewey. Maybe he
Low
doesn't like.
voting for the best.
Thank you, Facebook user.
I'm trying to figure out who you are, but we'll
Whoever
get there.
you are.
Yeah, that's right. We've got we've got Clay Mayer having a discussion there with what's her name, with Megan there. It's better to get vaccine if you're qualified, then you can travel anywhere.
Now, would that mean, and you wouldn't have to go on excursions in a bubble? If you're vaccinated, you probably will be able now to go off and do your own thing. That would be cool.
I don't know. I hear now that so we got the Moderna. I hear that Pfizer's only good for 6 months. And then I'm pretty sure they're going to bring out a booster shot, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know. I mean,
So we've currently got the AstraZeneca and the Pfizer, and then there's another one being brought out. I'm not sure what it is at the moment.
I think the challenge is that even if you get vaccinated, it doesn't mean that you can't get it and spread it. It just means that if you do get it, that you're not going to get it as badly.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so if you're going to a port, that port is still going to have the same concerns that you could potentially be a carrier that could spread it to their population. So they'll
Right.
probably use the same rules across the board, whether they have vaccine mandates or not, I would suspect. But who knows? It could change tomorrow.
I will tell you this, okay? We have 2 friends right now that are in the hospital. They have been in there for over a month. They were on the ventilator. They've been on all that stuff. They both just got trachs put in because of COVID. So my understanding is if you have the vaccine, yes, you can still get it and everything, but you're not.
Well, like Matt said, you're not going to go.
You're not going to be like, it's not going to be as bad. Yeah, like you said, it's not going to be as bad for you. Like, we're not going to probably be put on a ventilator or anything else. You know, I mean, I've had family that's had it and they didn't have the vaccine. One was put on a ventilator and his wife got it. And the only thing that she had was like a sinus infection. She lost her taste and smell. So I don't know.
Well, my dad had it, and he's 72 years old, and my brother is 54, my older brother, and they went through it like nothing. My dad has gout, and his gout flared up a little bit, but other than that, both of them were fine. So
My aunt died of COVID. She got in England, she got the UK strain. She didn't survive it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, the bottom line is, sorry, everyone's going to. It's not going to stop it. So,
right.
And people are going to cruise, and people are still going to get it, and then the media is going to beat it up, and it's totally legitimate, and I hate it and everything else. But we're going to have to learn to live with it somehow. And
yes,
the media are going to sit like vultures on the cruise industry. And I mean, for people like us in Australia, I've got to get on a plane for 13 to 25 hours to go somewhere. I'm probably going to get it before I even get on the ship. I mean, I don't know how we're going to cruise from here. I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't know.
I mean, there comes a time sooner or later where we have to unwrap the bubble wrap and the cotton wool and start living our lives again. We can't go. How much longer can we go on?
Well, you look at history. You know, look at history when there was other strands of other things, and maybe not as bad as COVID, but other strands and stuff like that. Like last year, 2020, there was no flu. But how many people have died from the flu? And last year, all of a sudden, there's no flu. I mean, we're gonna
now it's all COVID.
We're gonna have to get away from, like he said, bubble wrap. You're gonna have to live your lives, and you got to move on. Like Florida, our governor, he straight up, Biden wants to shut down Florida again, and our governor said we're not shutting down. It doesn't work. We're gonna have to learn how to deal with it. That's why I love our governor here in Florida, and I'm sure you're right there with me. I mean, our governor is really kicked ass on this.
Just have to go into the chat for a second. Clay, there's only two vaccines here, the Pfizer and the AstraZeneca. Those are the only two that we've got. Tests to date show that the AstraZeneca is actually not a bad vaccine if you spread the time frame out. So what was before was first dose was today, say the second dose would come in 4 weeks, but what they're reckoning now is to stretch that out to 6 weeks before you take the second dose, and then there are some improvements to that. I don't know. What do you reckon there, Matt?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the vaccines are promising, but yeah, I think there's still some information we don't know about them. But I don't speculate on any of that because I don't.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, you know what? This is the thing too. Like yesterday, whenever I went in to get it, they tried to give me all this information, the paperwork and everything else. I'm like, I don't want it. I don't want to read about it. I've kind of made up my mind. I'm getting it regardless. So, my parents got it. I've had so many people that have gotten it and everything, and everything seems to be okay. Like I have read like the facts and the cons that rumors were spread, and everything else. And it's like, yes, that's going to come out. So I'm like, nope, I don't need to see it. I've made up my mind. I'm getting my shot and let's just go with it. So here we go.
I like your attitude because that's going to be mine. Jab me like a pin cushion and let me travel. I want to live my life.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm nearly 62. Let me go.
Hey, I'm 43. Like, if anything happens.
43. I'm only 33.
Yeah, right.
How does that work?
All right. So Dougie got a cougar just like me.
Yeah, right. No, he did not.
Wow.
But anyways, yes, if I can travel and everything and live my life now, then so be it.
I'm definitely not that guy that is so scared of it that literally, I mean, not saying I don't believe in it because we have friends and stuff like that from it, but I wasn't that guy to, if somebody got 2 foot from me, then I'm freaking out.
Have a look what Philip says.
Yeah.
But I mean, if this is what I got to do I think I need the shot? I'm young and this and that. No, but if this is what it's going to take to cruise or travel, then I'm going to do it. So that's why we decided, you know what, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I feel very comfortable with the vaccines. Like I don't know for sure the long term as far as how effective they'll be, but I'm not worried about any negatives. Because at the aquarium we're open, so we get like social distancing is not a thing that happens, and I felt very uncomfortable in many situations being at work. I try and be safe other places, but really for me, like my mom's coming down in June and she's been chomping at the bit to see us, and I'm like, you're not going anywhere, Mom, until you get vaccinated, which she is vaccinated now. But that's more, and like she wanted me to come up and see her, and I'm like, there's no way I'm coming to see you, because if I brought that to her, like, no, that ain't gonna happen.
Same thing with my mom.
And I feel I feel pretty confident now with her coming down in June. She's vaccinated, we're vaccinated. Like I feel very secure with that. at the moment.
Yeah. And, I've never been one to get flu shots or anything. I never have been. But this time, I'm like, we're doing it. So I applied on the Polk health thing or whatever, like a month ago. And they literally called me just the other night after a month. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to hear from these people, I'm like, what can I do to get vaccinated? So whenever they called from Lakeland Regional Medical Center, she was like, hey, we're calling to schedule your vaccination. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't think I was ever going to hear from you. So I'm talking to her. We're getting it all in the works. And I'm like, hey, I said, can you guys schedule my husband too? She said, absolutely. I'm like, what? Yes.
He's sitting on the phone. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Me getting like medical and all this? Like, you have me checked out? I mean, I don't know what you're doing.
So they took us both at the same time yesterday, and we
Just
both
checking on your
go.
insurance, Doug.
Yeah. So we both go back April 30th. I thought I was going to pass out yesterday, you guys. I was so nervous. And the one lady I'm talking to her, and I said, I'm really, really nervous, about getting this. And I don't know why.
I look back at her and I'm thinking about other stuff. Like,
so she comes down and she holds both of my hands, and another lady comes and gives me the shot. So I said, is she going to pinch my skin up? And she said, yes. She's holding my hand. She's like, you're going to be fine. And she's sitting there talking to me and everything else. And then all of a sudden she lets go of my hands. I'm like, oh, what you doing? You better hang on. She said, you're done. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it was so easy. I mean, I looked over and I looked forward and I was talking to a guy, and so I know she's putting a Band-Aid on. I'm like, oh, so you're already done? Like, I didn't even feel it. So I'm like,
I think I just worked myself up with just so much of just my own mind.
She does the same thing with darts. See this dartboard? She can be 300 points ahead of me. And as soon as she gets down to the end, I catch her and win.
Hang on, listen. I was booking a cruise for our group cruise yesterday. So I'm talking to the people and everything else. And
yeah,
they're from the UK, so they're hard to understand, and everything. And I'm sitting there,
Shaun.
I'm sitting there.
Hard to understand.
We understand them perfectly.
I'm trying to book them and everything. And I'm talking to them, and all of a sudden, this stinking fluster comes over me, where I get like really freaked out, and I get nervous, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
That is a great wife right there, Dave. That is a great wife.
I know.
That is a great wife.
Hi, man. Hi, Kimber.
Hi.
She's a great wife, but there's one.
No, I've ruined it.
That's an ice cream.
Mate, she's a great wife, but let me tell you, she's pouring the wrong stuff.
That's debatable.
What, you're a VB lover too? Oh my God.
Oh,
no.
I'm a sparkling girl. It's got to have bubbles. As in
there you go.
Me too.
There
I'm a seltzer girl.
VP here is usually fuel for drag cars. And
Hey, I've been on 10 cruises with 10 drink packages, so there's not much I don't drink.
She loves
I don't think I've ever been on a cruise without a drink package.
So anyways, long story short, yesterday, and all of a sudden I kind of get like some things were going on, and I just get flustered, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to call Carnival, because I always want to double check myself, even though I'm a travel agent and everything else. I know travel agents do it every single day. They use Carnival still, or whoever they're booking through, but it came over me, and I'm like, okay, let me just take a step back, and I'm going to call Carnival just to double check myself. Sure enough, today they were like, girl, you're totally fine. You're freaking out over nothing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, so today they called me back, and everything went through, everything was fine. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well, when you're talking to somebody and what she's going through is when you're doing pounds.
Well, I'm doing English pounds into US dollars. And I'm just like, I just want to make sure everything's okay, and I always double check myself. I've always been that way.
So if you're $400 American, pounds would be less. So we're trying to figure all that. And
so I call Carnival and they're like, girl, you're doing everything right. Calm down. I'm like, okay. So sure enough, today it was like nothing. I was like, oh my gosh.
Damn Australians and English people.
You know what the funny thing is? Us Australians and English people drive on the correct side of the road.
No, you do not.
Here we go. And we got Canadians going. So now we're trying to figure out like every spot on the planet. I'm waiting for some Korean people and Chinese and
hey, we should get a pinboard
right now.
But I am
pinboard with a map.
I am seriously excited about this group cruise because we have such a mixture of
Don't we ever?
all kind of people.
Weird ass people.
We got Spaniards and Poms and Aussies and Americans, Canadians and Americans, and
and Australians.
Yeah, I know.
That don't know how to drive. Are you gonna know which way to correctly walk on the cruise ship? Like if we're passing people down a hallway, are you gonna know the correct side to walk?
When we first went overseas, we're walking down the left side and everyone's running into us. What are you doing? And then I come back over here and do the exact same thing.
Hey, Dave, I've got to say this. John put this question out, and it's a very good question. He's never been brought food or drink on when he's been on the computer. And all I've got to say is he hasn't trained her properly. No, dare I say.
You know what it is? You know what it is?
Trouble now.
This is the first time I've been able to get on here properly. It's a celebration.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Yes, it is.
David, listen, I said on this group cruise that I was going to get a big stroller and I'm going to put Shaun in it and I'm going to show him how to walk down the hallways correctly and eventually drive correctly on the right side of the road.
Well, as I said, every time I go to America and drive, I know when I'm on the wrong side of the road because you can see the Americans. All you see is they look like this.
But Dave, let's put things into perspective, right? When we go over to places like the US, we do drive on the right side of the road. But when we come home, we drive on the correct.
No. No, there's no right and correct, okay? It's either right or wrong.
Matt, I know you've been to Matt, you've been to Bonaire, I think. And
I'm not Bonaire yet. I've been to Curacao and Aruba.
Curacao, but you've been to where they drive on the other side of the road, like the wrong side. Is that not scary as shit?
I mean, I've been in a lot of those islands where they're driving. It didn't matter if there was a side of the road because there's such narrow roads, and they're driving like it's like the bus in the Harry Potter movies. It's insane.
Yeah,
I've got to put this up here because Philip is talking about a particular suburb here in Melbourne where the general is that the population are not of Caucasian style. So have you ever driven in Springvale? Does not matter what side of the road you drive on.
I'm guessing it, but I won't say it.
Yeah, I think you know.
Yeah.
I think you would know.
Yeah.
Well, I watched a lot of videos, and I would say India would probably be the most scariest place for me to ever have to go to because I've seen so many videos of India. That is crazy how they drive there.
No, China is horrendous to cross the road. Oh my God, you take your life into your own hands. We went cycling.
I did that in Mexico.
We went cycling in China, and one of our party almost got taken out by a bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in Dominican Republic on a really long bus ride, and it was like thick with motorcycles, and it's like it wasn't just
we rented a car. We were stupid.
Oh, no, there were people. I don't even know. It was like I saw families driving on motorcycles, and they were And they had like
had their
furniture.
animals.
And they were just
They had their
flying
animals on top of them.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And they literally would come by with their handlebars and almost scrape down the whole side of the car and just scratch the paint out. It's like
never mind the people with machine guns standing on the corners. I'm
What's
sitting
his
there, I
name?
ran a red light because I thought I was going to get murdered.
Yeah.
What's the dog's name?
Yeah.
Well, this is Reno.
Oh,
Reno.
it's beautiful.
Man, I could lick that dog to death. He's awesome.
What breed is
Hey,
that?
Matt,
Just
can
in
I
the
say one
system?
thing? Matt, your weight loss has showed.
Oh, thank you.
You've lost heaps. You've lost heaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
Tell the
finally. I must have hit that point because I've had. I think you're the third person this week that has mentioned it.
Look,
And she is going down too. You got to mention that.
Kimber's always looked beautiful in our eyes.
There you go.
Dave, shut up.
I'm trained like
Shut
that
up.
as well.
You're sucking up, mate.
No, I'm a good fella. Hey, I've got to go, guys, sadly.
Oh, again? What's the microwave playing up?
No. Sue wants to cook a baked dinner. I've got to get off it.
Hey, Alan, you think about going on that cruise in 2022?
We're thinking about it. I mean, it all
guys.
sounds good.
See you, Dave.
See ya.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't talked that far out yet, but everything about that cruise sounds good. We are supposed to go on the Horizon to ABC in September. We were supposed to go in October. It got canceled. So now we rescheduled for September, and we don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Especially if that one gets canceled, because I want to get back down to the Southern Caribbean. So that would be a really fun way to do it with you guys.
Well, I knew you had been to a couple of them with Sharon at Sea with you've been down there. Went down there before.
I went to ABC, but just with friends and family, not like cruise community people. I've been with like Lalita Loca, and when I did the Cruise Geeks with Tony, we did a group cruise, but we went to, I think, Grand Turk and Puerto Rico, maybe Half Moon Cay or something like that. But I did a La Romana, Aruba, Curacao trip, I think in 2017. And
was that with Jamie?
No, I've never met him in person. No, that was just my family and some family friends.
Okay,
that was his family.
We watch so many channels that
and then
we keep up with everything. And
yeah.
You guys kind of did your excursion, and the ladies went off somewhere else. I know we seen that video and stuff. Yeah.
But I loved like Curacao and Aruba, my favorite islands by far. So I haven't been to Bonaire yet, but like when I was a little kid getting scuba diving magazines, that was on every cover was Bonaire, Bonaire. So I'm really chomping at the bit to go to Bonaire and dive down there.
Well, we'd love to hang out with you. Come down.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be awesome.
I mean, you're close to us.
Yeah.
Just haven't been able to meet up or anything like that.
You guys are in what? Tampa, St. Pete?
Yeah, we're I used to live in St. Pete, but yeah, we live in like Riverview, Brandon area.
Oh, yeah.
You're even closer to us then.
You play golf?
Where are you guys at?
We're Auburndale.
Lakeland.
Okay. Yeah, we go to Lakeland all the time.
Yeah, we go to Brandon and go to Top Golf and hang out one night and have a few beers and hit some
I've only hit mini golf balls, so I wouldn't be very successful, but we can give it a shot. We go to Circle B all the time. Circle B bar.
Oh my God.
Oh, you just
there.
Like at least
I take my camera out there. Yes. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
I love that place.
She likes alligators.
Oh yeah. That's my specialty is crocodilians. So
Ford man here. G'day, Kenny. How you going, buddy?
Hi, Kenny.
What's this?
You got a negative test. Awesome.
Good to hear.
Awesome.
Excellent news.
And there she is. She's sitting in the background. Good on you, Najuma. It was great to have you on board. Tommy, good news, Kenneth. So Kenneth's got a little bit of stuff going on there. That's awesome. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I've had an awesome hour and a bit, and the information we've gleaned today, terrific. So we're counting you in on the cruise, are we, Matt and Kimbra? Oops, sorry.
No pressure.
Put us in as a definite maybe.
Lovely. No, that's fantastic. That's a start.
You know, the only way we do a definite maybe is when you do a deposit and then you think about it.
Well, look, we end every podcast where she says,
It's time to head for the horizon.
and then we haven't been on the horizon yet. So if
come on board.
If September gets canceled, we
Listen.
got to get on that ship.
If you guys have any questions or whatever, you feel free to message me or anything. Matt, my kids, I don't know if you remember, but you did a drawing one time of the shark and everything. And my kids redrew it, and I sent you their redrawings and a message.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, you did the teaching of the drawing and how to do it and everything else, and my kids copied you. I'm like, oh,
It's been a while.
yeah,
but
that was a long time ago.
No, I
But,
think you posted
yeah.
it. Did you post it? I want to say that was in Fantastic Cruising. Is that the community
I
on
did.
Facebook?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, because we're part of your group and everything. So yeah.
Did they do some
videos
stuff
and all
for
that stuff.
Inktober too? Did they do a little Inktober stuff, or was that somebody else?
Nope, it wasn't Inktober. It was the shark, and they redrew it like, yeah, they watched your video and they were doing it like detail to detail. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got to send this to them.
Yes, I think I do remember that. I've gotten a few back. That's my other passion is art. So, that's like my go-to is how to draw sharks. So
yeah.
Well, Matt, we'll definitely have to get together. You're so close and stuff like that. Come over, maybe have a pint, and
absolutely.
Hell, maybe go over and check out the aquarium. or
Great
something like that.
channel
We're
we've
close.
got, we get people who live next door to each other who've never seen each other other than in a cruise channel, and then they make connections. That's what I like about this.
I wish we went so
Florida.
far away.
There's so many cruisers in Florida, and we're just all the time meeting up with people, and it's like family.
Yeah, well, yesterday Darian from Magnificent Germany was down with
Met with us
more,
and
so-
more at Daytona. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we've
All
gotten
right,
to
you guys.
meet so many people through the cruising community. It's been really cool to meet all kinds of wonderful people.
And when you
And
finally
Dave,
meet up, it's like your family.
It's fabulous.
My backstroke is I need a lot of practice on it because the only way we're going to get out of here is to swim across. So
it's going to get better.
yeah, it is.
I feel optimistic. We're over the hump.
Yeah, I think we are.
All right, you guys. I will let you guys go.
Yeah, we need
You
to
take care.
We need to say goodbye.
Any
to
messages or anything about the cruise, you guys can message me, email me, whatever. So,
We'll do.
all right.
Happy anniversary to you guys.
Yes,
And thank you for
you guys. Thank you.
Anniversary.
Thank
Thank
you
you
very
so
much.
much for joining us and finally meeting. It's lovely.
Yes.
It's been brilliant.
Good night, you
Mum
guys.
is saying have a wonderful Easter to you guys,
Happy
and
Easter, everybody.
it's her snooze time, so she's had enough. But
Bye, all.
yep, take care. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. It was a very pleasant surprise, and we look forward to actually catching up in person at some point with all of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good
Take
night,
care.
Good day.
Nice to meet you. Take care. Have a great day, night, whatever.
All right.
Bye
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
And to the rest of you folks, what a pleasant surprise and a great evening
Yes.
had by you, those of you across the pond, and a great day by those outside of the pond.
Thank you all for joining us today on this Easter weekend and on our anniversary. Thank you so much for your wishes.
And
Have a great week.
we sign off with our usual.
Good night from him.
And good night from her.
Good night.
Good night.